morning. You may be wondering where I'm at right now, and as you can tell, I'm out in the woods or out on Mount Baldy for today. Yeah, just want to get away for a little bit. I feel like I've been so like cooped inside from just doing like schoolwork, where it's like I just like needed to be outside or doing something other than schoolwork. I feel like these past couple of weeks I've been just grinding so much, where I was like, you know what, I need to take like a day or at least like a morning to just do something for myself. Um, Low key, I felt a little guilty just doing this, or like hang or doing something fun for myself, or like having a self day, just because I'm like, oh, I could be doing work right now. But I feel like that's like a negative mindset, so I pushed myself to be out here. And I was like, even though I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do. I I feel like I need to put myself first and be like, you know what, I need to be just doing something else other than schoolwork all the time. And yeah, so I'm here out on the mountains, and it's freaking cold, so cold. Let me show you the fit breakdown. I know where to put you guys. Here, I'll tip you guys down. The fit breakdown. Wearing jeans, boots, no puffer. Yeah, pretty simple outfit. Something to just keep myself like warm, cause it is cold. Yeah, let's get going. Hello, I'm on a little break right now. I feel good. I feel like, yeah, kind of going back on what I said about like feeling guilty. I always feel like it's guilty to just like do things for yourself. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's like it is like a bad mindset. Um, yeah, I'm trying to like remind myself it's okay to like do just things for yourself and not focus so much on like working on just like assignments, or like working on like work, or doing like life duties. And it's nice to like just take some time. I feel like I just like forget, well, I'm just like in such like a grind mindset, where it's like just forget to do things for yourself, and just like take some time out. And I guess like being on this show kind of like reminds me of that a little bit more. And I'm glad that I'm out here. I feel like hiking is such like a consistent sort of hobby in my life, where I've been doing it for so long now, ever since like I want to say like the beginning of high school until now. And it's been like consistently one hobby that I've like kept on doing. I think it's just because hiking is just so simple. It's very intuitive, and I feel like if you have like common sense, you'll be able to just like manage a trail well, and it's just easy, you know. There's not a lot of thinking that goes behind like hiking, and I think that's why I like it so much. I feel like I just like use my brain so much. It feels good to just like, I guess, like focus on one thing, and it's basically just putting one foot over or one in front of the other, and it's nice to just like focus on that only. All right, I'm about done with the hike right now. I didn't go all the way up. I went like a little bit over like halfway and decided just to turn back just because I felt like after like the beginning part of the trail, there's not really anything else that's kind of like pretty. So yeah, I mean, I got like a mile or two up, and then it's like 2 miles like back. So I got a little bit of exercise in. I didn't want to spend too long outside today just because, or too long like hiking today just because I still do have like a lot of work that I have to get done. But it was nice to just be outside for a little bit. Um, yeah, so I'm about to head back, and I'll catch you guys in a little. Alright, so it's a little bit later. It's about 10 o'clock right now. I got home around like 3 o'clock from my hiking excursion trip, and yeah, I made food and took a little nap. After that, I didn't really do too much. I did like a little bit of, like photography homework, which was kind of BS'd it a little bit, and that's why I didn't want to record it. I was a little bit stressed. I was like, all the photos that I was taking didn't really turn out too well. Maybe I shouldn't BS in that class, and that's on me. It's fine. It was only one assignment that it was alright. There's like 3 assignments due tomorrow, so 2 out of 3, I will say, are pretty good. So you know what? I take those as a W. So yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna end off the night with a little bit of writing. I have like my script right here. I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way and revise it on paper. So I have my script all written out right here, and I'm probably just gonna go through it for like the rest of the remaining of the night and just kind of cut things out, add things in, just basically revise it. And yeah, that's probably gonna sum up the rest of my night. So I'll catch you guys later on this week. So, hello, good morning. A little bit in a rush right now. It's about 8 o'clock. I'm not gonna be late to school, but I did leave my SD card at school over the weekend, and I needed it for some assignments for class today. So I got to get to school a little bit early today so I can edit some photos, turn them in before class starts, and yeah, a little bit of a speed run. But yeah, today should be a pretty simple day at photo class, and we're doing a little field trip to a little library, so that would be nice to just take photos. And then I have my senior thesis class, and yeah, gonna be a pretty simple day today. But I guess gotta start going right now. So I catch you guys in a little bit. Hello. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on my day. Pretty productive day today. Yeah, started off the day for like photography class. We went to Sherman Library, I believe. It's like somewhere in like Huntington Beach. That area or like that library is like so nice. It's kind of like a miniaturized Huntington Library. I think it's called a Huntington Library. It's like somewhere in Pasadena, but kind of like a miniaturized where it's like divided into like different sort of like gardens. It was just so nice to have the sort of like change in scenery for school. So went there, got a couple of like nice photos. After that, we probably were only there until like 3 o'clock. And after that, I just went back onto campus for my senior thesis class. And that class was pretty productive too. I'm like, usually I never really get a lot of work done for my senior thesis class just because there's always like a lot of talk that goes on in that class. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just hard to work. And also I get really distracted easily, so that accounts for me not able to do a lot of work. But yeah, we were working on our script today, and I feel like I was able to like revise a lot of my script. I still have some stuff that I need to do, but I feel like I'm on the right track for like my script. I got like half of it revised, and I have all of tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and all of like Friday and Saturday to work on it. So I have some time to really like revise it and finalize it. So I'm probably gonna work on that a little bit this week, or I have to work on that out this week. And then another thing that's due for that class is a rough draft version of our storyboarding. So we just need to like start doing like the sketches for our video or like the storyboard. So that should be pretty simple. I feel like once the script is like really like finalized, I feel like the visuals will sort of like come naturally. So I'm hoping that's not gonna take up too much time. Regardless, I feel like I have like a lot of time this week to like really lock in and grind on my senior thesis. I feel like last week I didn't work on it as much, so this week I kind of have to like compensate a little bit, but I feel like I have enough time to really like lock in and like grind out a lot of stuff for my senior thesis. So I'm probably gonna work on that for the rest of the week. And for my other classes, they're kind of like simple assignments, so I can kind of just do those like pretty leisurely. But yeah, that it wraps up my day today. Pretty simple day, pretty productive day. Yeah. I'm tired now. It's like 12 o'clock and I'm ready to hit the hay. iPhone cam again. Going on a little walk. It's raining right now. I have my umbrella. I'm still getting wet, but I don't know. I wanted to go on a little walk. I've been back into walking as of recent. It's just fun. Like every time I get back home from school, it's just nice to like decompress and just go on like a little walk. Oh my gosh, the rain is kind of picking up right now. But yeah, just on a little walk. Kind of recapping on the day. Pretty chill day today. I was honestly pretty tired throughout the day. I think it's like the combination between like the rain and sleeping at like 2 or 3 o'clock last night made me extremely tired. But it was pretty chill. I didn't really do too much, if I'm being honest. I just finished up my script, sent it in for review. I did that during experiential, but then during experiential itself, I didn't really do too much. I think mainly what I was trying to do is like get an understanding of what I wanted to visually have in my senior or like in my script. So I was trying to like think of like how I should visualize my script most of the time, and I was just like writing out what my storyboards would be. So I was mainly doing that because right now I don't know what to like 3D like design yet. So I was working on that a bit. I kind of have a better sense of like what my video would look like. I'm gonna start doing like the storyboards like tomorrow, so I think that will give me a better idea like of what to design. So I feel like after I get that done, I could possibly start 3D modeling / designing sometime next week. So probably gonna get that done. I'm waiting on my instructor's revision notes for my script, so once I get those, I'm probably gonna work on my script a little bit more, because I feel like he's gonna have something to say about my script. It's still a bit long, so I asked him for help if there was like anything that I needed to cut out, let me know. I also asked him like other things of how to like make my just my videos feel more impactful. So waiting for those critiques or comments. Hopefully he looks at it tonight so I can work on it tomorrow as well. Other than that, tutoring went well as well. I was able to tutor someone in cinema. I feel like whenever I tutor someone, I end up doing their work for them. But I don't know any other way besides teaching them. I'm like, I feel like if I explain and have them do it, it just takes way too long versus me like physically doing it and like explaining how I do it and have them just like take notes. So far, I've done that a couple of times, and I've gotten like good comments of them being actually learning. But I feel like I only get good comments because I'm doing like the work for them. Um, it's just more time efficient. I'm like, honestly, I'm trying to do my work while I tutor as well. So I'm like, I don't know. I kind of want them in and out quick. And what they had me doing for like the tutoring session was pretty simple today. I'm like, their assignment wasn't too hard. So I'm like, all right, we banged it out in like 45 minutes. And they had class too. So I was like, oh, let's get you back in class ASAP. So we did that real quick. And after that, I just did some small assignments. And yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for my school day. I just came home, ate, and decided that I wanted to go on a little walk. And now I'm here. I'm walking. So that pretty much wraps up my day. And I'll catch you guys later. Hey y'all, I just wanted to check in a little bit before I end off this week. So today marks the end of my 4th week of school. I feel like I was able to get a lot done this week. It was a pretty productive week, and not gonna lie, I feel like most weeks, or like compared to like past semesters, I've been kind of like on track consistently, like this whole semester so far, and I'm planning on trying to keep that consistent flow up. I feel like I finally was able to, I guess, like figure out what works for me in terms of like scheduling, in terms of like how I like plan out my days, things like that. So I'm really getting into the groove things, and I'm kind of glad that I'm getting into that sort of groove, just because I feel like later on semester, as I guess like deadlines start to like come up, I'll be more prepared for them. And I'm hoping to just keep in this sort of pace where I'm just there and like meeting like all the sort of like deadlines. And I think partly it's due from like me having like deadlines each week for my senior thesis. But other than that, pretty good week. I just want to check in. For this week, I was able to get a lot done. I got my script basically finalized. I did my storyboarding. I worked on a lot of like photography assignments, and then more concept work on like what I want to do for my 3D work for my senior thesis. I guess like the plan for next week is to rough in the minute details for my senior thesis, because there's some aspects in my senior thesis that I still haven't really thought through yet, and I want to like be able to think out those sort of like small details. For example, one detail that I kind of need to think more about is the structure of the part that I'm building or designing. Right now, I haven't really figured out how I'm going to design the structure yet, and I need to like really start thinking about how I'm going to design it. So I'm probably going to spend most of next week really conceptualizing and start like
I feel like I said in the past couple weeks start like sketching, but actually this week start sketching out what it would like look like. And then I also have to think about revising a small part of my script. So right now, a section of my script explains like the product, and when I'm explaining the product, I just talk about like the overall structure of the building itself, and I don't talk about, I guess, like the other sort of, I guess, like innovations or innovative like zones that are in the building. For example, like one example that I talked with my instructor was like, oh, what the entrance experience could be like, or how this park is gonna accommodate like people with like different ethnic backgrounds. How am I gonna address that? There's like some parts of the script that does touch on it, but it's very like brief. And after talking to my instructor today, he left some comments on my script. He was like, oh, you should like really mention this like when you explain the product. So I probably had to like go through my script and just revise some bits. So that's kind of like the plan for next week. And then on top of that, actually do more branding work, because I've been kind of like neglecting on designing some of the brand work for my senior thesis, just because I've been working on like other things like the script, the storyboard, and that's been like kind of taking up most of the time. I got the green light for my storyboard from my instructor, so I'm good on that. I think next week also we might refine those storyboards a little bit more. So having that done as well, or focusing on that one as well. So tomorrow, I guess like the plan for tomorrow, specifically before class, is to just think more about the structure and revise the script, and then on Tuesday when class starts, actually like start doing like the whole storyboarding. So yeah, Monday really, tomorrow really like refining an idea, getting in those last, or thinking through those last finishing like details. And then yeah, next week in general, we're actually gonna start like designing like screens for our video. So that should be fun. I feel like I haven't like designed in like the past 2 weeks, so I'm eager to start like designing. And yeah, pretty excited for next week. And yeah, that wraps up this week, and I'll catch you guys next week. See you guys.